It's nice to see you again, Westchester. It is Thursday, February 12th, 2026, and I'm Benita Ties with the Westchester Chronicle. At the public safety meeting on Tuesday, February 10th, Councilman Brian McGinnis proposed a new ordinance that would require Borough Council approval before the police department enters into a 287G agreement, which would authorize U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, to delegate state and local law enforcement officers the authority to perform specified immigration officer functions under ICE's direction and oversight.
It affirms home rule authority. Westchester is a home rule municipality. Borough Council has the exclusive authority over municipal policy, spending, and borough resources. Entering in a 287G agreement is a policy decision, not an administrative action. It does not ban or block 287G. The ordinance does not prohibit participation. It requires approval at a public meeting, just as all you are here today. Future councils retain full authority to approve participation if they choose. It ensures transparency and public input. Any proposed agreement must be publicly disclosed, reviewed in advance, considered at an open council meeting. Residents deserve clarity on police authority, required training, taxpayer costs, and duration of such an agreement.
Councilwoman Lisa Kearns shared her struggle with the ordinance, eventually siding with Councilman McGinnis.
The one thing I know for sure is that we cannot continue to remain silent and do nothing as a local government. We can't do that as our local immigrant community is terrorized and lives in fear. These are courageous people who are now being forced to live in shadows. These are not the worst of the worst. These are our neighbors, our friends, our co-workers, and they are living in fear right now in Westchester.
Not everyone supports the ordinance, however. Earlier that day, Mayor Lillian DeBaptiste announced that she and Chief Lee had made it a policy that the Westchester Police Department would not enter into a 287G agreement.
Like so many Americans, as the mayor of the borough of Westchester, I have been shocked by many recent events, and I have seen and felt the concerns of many of our community members. I would like to take this chance to remind everyone of the mission statement of the Westchester Police Department. And the mission of the Westchester Police Department, a law enforcement agency dedicated to the highest standards of professionalism and integrity, is to protect and serve our diverse communities by forging collaborative relationships. This has been the mission of the Westchester Police Department for more than 15 years, and it continues to drive our focus on quality public service and community engagement. And as mayor and civilian head of the police department, I meet regularly with the chief of police, Chief Lee, to ensure that we are meeting our mission in everything we do. So please know and understand that by policy, the Westchester Police Department does not enforce immigration laws. The Westchester Police Department does not inquire about people's immigration status, and it does not detain people based on immigration status. In the history of the Westchester Police Department, there has never been, and there will never be, a 287G agreement with the Immigration and Customs Enforcement. As of today's date, this practice is official written policy of the Westchester Police Department.
So as of today, we have the mayor's policy statement. But the question is, should we stop there or continue the discussion of an ordinance that would actually enshrine opposition to ICE into local law? I have the utmost respect for the mayor. She knows, I hope you know that, and our police chief. But the unfortunate fact is, as quickly as a statement can be made, it can also be withdrawn and changed. And some would say, don't bother passing an ordinance, don't bother putting out policy statements, actually go out there and help our immigrant community. And that is a valid statement, but the things are not mutually exclusive. It's not a question of one or another. We can have a policy statement, we can have an ordinance, and we better be out there physically helping our immigrant community.
What we've just done today to assuage people's fears is make it public, make it known, make it seen so people understand how we work, how we operate. That's what we've done. And my concern, and it still is my concern, is I hope that in your quest to do good, because what you're doing is good, you have not put a target on the very people that you want to help. And that is my hope, and that is my prayer, because it's brown and Black people who are being targeted. It's brown and Black people whose lives are at stake. And you do have the privilege of making all of the ordinances you want and not having to suffer the consequence.
Former Mayor and State Representative Diane Herron also spoke up against the ordinance on the grounds that overview of the police department is the sole responsibility of the mayor and that the Borough Council was overstepping their authority. We spoke with her after the meeting, and this is what she had to say.
We have a home rule charter here in the Borough of Westchester, and that home rule charter is very clear in terms of the lines of authority. The mayor, as the only elected official in the Borough of Westchester who is elected by the entire population of the borough, has one primary assigned responsibility, and that is to be the civilian head of the police force. She has the authority to govern the police force, to set policy for the police force, and she could even issue a direct order to the chief if she felt that was important to do so. So she has, as we know, issued a very firm policy saying that they will not sign an agreement to collaborate with, to abet, to help ICE in any way, shape, or form. That essentially answers the same issue that these council members are bringing up with their ordinance. And so I feel like this process is not necessary. It is a waste of time and energy, and it actually has the potential to put a spotlight on the Borough of Westchester, which is not something from a public safety standpoint that is a smart thing to do in this environment that we're currently experiencing.
The ordinance was forwarded to Borough Council 3-0 and will be on next week's work session agenda. In related news, it was announced the following morning that Immigration Enforcement had rented out a field office in Tredeffron. We will keep you updated on that story as it develops. This year, Valentine's Day falls on Saturday, so that means there are plenty of events and opportunities in town to share with your loved one this weekend. For example, why not go for a night out at the movies, specifically Uptown Canal Performing Arts Center, who will be having a showing of Moonstruck, a story of finding, keeping, and accepting love in the world you live in. The movie starts at 8 p.m. on Saturday, and you can purchase tickets at the venue or by heading over to uptownwestchester.org. And if you and that special someone are in the mood for some lovely tunes, Westchester University's Master Singers will be holding a concert on Sunday the 15th at 3 p.m., continuing the celebration of the United States' upcoming 250th birthday. The concert will be held at the Madeline Wing Outlet Theater on campus, located at 817 South High Street, and it's free and open to the public. And you can find out more about that event by heading over to wcupa.edu/music/ensembles. Downtown Westchester also has tons of amazing retail stores, so if you are still looking for some last-minute gifts for your loved ones, here are 3 places right here in the borough that have some gifts available for you and your Valentine.
So we're at Katie Mack Floral Designs in downtown Westchester, 36 South High Street. Come see us. And I'm Angela. I'm one of the designers here on staff.
I'm Elizabeth. I'm one of the wedding and event designers, but I also do retail.
Yeah, we've been here in the borough for many, many years. Recently, our executive director took over as a nonprofit florist, and we have a special mission. So it's not just about the flowers. We also have an endowment foundation that employs individuals with special needs, intellectual disabilities, and so it provides us a place to make wonderful florals, but also employ some of our favorite people in the community.
Hi, I'm Christopher Curtin, owner of Eclat Chocolate, and this Valentine's week is extra special with some custom items we made just for this wonderful time of the year. And there's also hot chocolate you can get while you're here.
Hi, I'm Phil with the Taste of Olive. Come visit us for the best olive oils and balsamic vinegars in the area. We also carry many other gift options for Valentine's Day or any other occasion. We hope to see you soon at 26 South High Street or at tasteofolive.com.
Remember, money spent in the borough, especially Rambucks, stay in the borough. So show some love to the downtown this weekend. And that's all for today's episode. As always, we want to thank you for your time, and we hope to see you soon. And if you want to subscribe to our weekly newspaper, click the link in the description below. It's only $7 a month, and every penny goes directly towards supporting local news. We hope you have a good week. And for those who practice, we hope you have a fulfilling Lent and a meaningful Ramadan. Until next time, I'm Benita Tynes with the Westchester Chronicle.